Okay. Um. Oh. Um. 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 With my online community experiences, to get back to the guild one, the Discord that I ended up destroying in spite. I ended up making a new one that was like version 2.0 of that. But it was really rushed. And I gave it to one of my friends from that community, and
dodge this.
I told them to ban me from that server. I told them to ban me from that server because I just felt like their lives, I wanted them to be happy, and I thought they would be happy without me in it, without, me ever coming back. That's one of my core issues as a person in general. Especially back then, I really wanted to just put people first, put everybody first above me, not really think about what I wanted. I know to some people who know of the situations that happened back then, that it might not seem like.
Wind, hear me.
I did, and that I was mostly selfish. I won't deny that there was some selfishness there, but I truly just wanted them to be happy. Oh shit. And I just didn't want to be an added burden on that. I didn't want them I just wanted them to be happy. I really wanted them to be happy.
Time to fight back, I suppose. This moment will be frozen in time. Freeze.
Unfortunately, though, for me, the longer the distance, the more the heart grows fonder. The more time that's spent without them, the more that I missed them. I missed those friends I had made. I missed the guild, you know. And I talked things out with some of them, and you know, we came to agreement. I got let back in the server. Well, let back in on the new server, I should say. And yeah, things were normal for a while there. I still had my emotional moments, but it wasn't like as bad. And when we did have disagreements after that, we usually worked things out. And you know, I know now that you can't dictate other people's happiness, and that even though you want other people to be happy and you somehow do make them happy, that doesn't necessarily mean your happiness should be based off their happiness, if that makes sense. Because for a lot of the times with that specific group of friends, I did just want them to be happy, and you know, I would do whatever it took to be seen as good in their eyes, and you know, just do the right thing all the time, or try to. Obviously that never fully worked out, because you know, a lot of my past behaviors were still there. A lot of my emotional stuff was still there. I gotta get up higher. But we were good. We were good for a while. And like I said, they were my home.
Bet you can't keep up with me. I'll race you there.
We had our own jokes. Various types of jokes. We had our own memories, our own, you know, things we loved. We talked about even IRL stuff happening in the world. Hi, 10 Jozo. How's it going? Thanks for the sub. Appreciate you. How's it going? I wasn't supposed to talk to chat, but I have to thank you for the sub, so. Yeah, we're just having a kind of serious talk right now, so that's kind of what's going on. Talking about my experiences with online communities, and then I'll kind of talk about my thoughts about online communities in general, kind of after it.
Cool it.
Yeah. Well, either way, I appreciate it. Thank you.
How fortunate.
See if I can break this. Actually, this is a good point to get another drink. Oof, that sucks. Hope things get better for you soon. Okay. But yeah, as I was saying, what was I saying? More of this. With that community, again, we just had our own vibes. We had our own jokes. We would also learn from one another, whether it was for other games or not. What was real life stuff. We would just learn from one another. Some good communities to join. I think Sayus, who's a VTuber, and Amelie, also a VTuber, and their voice actors. They've got pretty good communities. I just joined Mugen's community recently. But from what I've seen, the little I've seen on their Discord, that is, they're a pretty good community. I gotta learn to be more active with them, all of those communities and some other communities I've joined. But yeah. What was I gonna say? Yeah, we were just with that particular community. We were. Oh, okay.
Oh, so sorry.
We just had our own little vibe and group. And it felt nice to have that kind of place to call home, you know? But as all good things have to come to an end at some point, and I don't want to go into too much detail about what happens. It's in the past. I've kind of moved on. And I also don't want to bring things up for them either, because I want to respect their privacy as much as possible. So All I will say is I had another panic attack, and things just things just went bad. And I lost that community and another community I was part of. That was for Marvel Future Fight, but was in Alex's, Cynic Alex's. So yeah, it was just ugly on all sides. I can say that I blamed myself for all of it. I took the blame, and I ran away like a coward again.
What's the hurry?
And in that sense, I didn't take responsibility as I should have. But yeah. Yeah, appreciate you. Thank you, Twink Starboy. Yeah, appreciate it. That. Thank you. Appreciate you, Twink Starboy. Twink Starboy. Have a good night. But yeah. So yeah, I lost that place that I had called a home for a good few years. And the friends I made there that I saw as, you know, brothers and sisters and family. And you know, I was very emotional, as like the other times too, where I was emotional. I was very moody, I will say, after it, because I was like, one day I would be sad, and crying. The next day I'd be, the next day I would be, angry and bitter and just... Obviously, I wouldn't say anything online, besides privately to another few. Yeah, no worries, Tenjozo. Kind of a downer topic, yeah. But again, I hope things go better for you. Yep, thanks, Twink Starboy. What was I gonna say? But yeah, because, you know, the end of a friendship, especially when they were as deep as ours was. Some of my other friends told me, you know, friendship breakups, when you break up with friends, is sometimes even worse than breakups with a partner, you know, like a spouse or a loved one. And it took me a while to get like over it and to, you know, be at a place where, you know, what happened happened. I can't go back, so I accept it. I accept my actions during all of it, my words and stuff, and it is what it is. So I have other really good friends now who I'm just as close with as I was with the others. And, you know, I'm not alone. I feel very grateful for my experiences. I am grateful to that guild, that guild Discord, and the people on it, because I am who I am today because of them. Not all of me has changed, obviously, but
what's the hurry?
I hope that, like, at least, even if it's just in one or two ways, I just hope to keep improving myself so that I don't make the same mistakes again and again, over and over. But it's really hard to do when you have an anxiety-filled brain where you have intrusive thoughts, and, you know, your anxiety is like, okay, this is what happened 3 years ago, let's replay it on repeat forever, or, you know, that's what anxiety does to you. Or like my overthinking brain and making assumptions and things. But yeah, during this time though, during all the time that I was with that other Discord, I was slowly getting closer to the friends that I have now. Like, I started playing D&D with them, and then I was invited to Friday game nights, and, you know, that started helping my confidence in a different way than
This moment will be frozen.
the other group did. I became okay with certain things I would never have been okay with,
Push your luck.
because I learned that, you know,
Don't push your luck. What's the
some people just have dark senses of humor, and, you know, with how the world is, you can't exactly blame them for having a dark humor and stuff. But, like, you know, they also help me, like, we're online, you know, and you can get close to people online. You can make great friendships through online, and where was I was going somewhere with that, and now I kind of lost where I was going with that. This is what happens when my brain jumps from one thing to another. Yeah, I really don't know where I was going with that. My brain just completely melted all of a sudden. Um, yeah, as I was getting closer to another community, Smeag's community, a lot of us shared or came from Cynic Alex's community. So a lot of us had some same experiences and and we all had different loves of different games, so we all connected in a way, and that was good. And again, like I was saying, I learned to be more okay with dark humor. I learned to not take some things as seriously as before. Because before I was really, as much as it seems like I didn't care, I cared a lot, and I poured my whole heart into things and the friendships before.
Don't push your luck.
And that's even with, like I said, when it seems like I'm an emotional robot, I'm actually not. Like, I really cry easily. And when I feel something with my heart, I feel it 110%.
What's the hurry?
But being with Smeag's community, I got to learn that, you know, it's okay to be online and you can still have the vulnerable... Ouch. You can still have the vulnerable moments, but you can also, you can have the vulnerable moments be real, but you can also, you know, remember, hey, we're online. Most of us are either states away in the United States or in entirely different countries. Like, some of my friends are in just completely separate countries that I will probably never actually get to see IRL, because A, I'm afraid of flying, but, you know, B, it's... yeah. I mean, it's also very expensive to travel, that's another thing, but... and yet, we... yeah, sorry.
Catch the wind.
Oh yeah, I don't have a Dendro user, so I can't unlock this one. Okay. Go back here then. But yeah, I think, I don't know why I get so emotional, why I get so attached to people online, why I want to be, you know,
What's the hurry?
trying to think what the right words are. Sorry, just giving my voice a little bit of a break.
What's the hurry? But yeah,
There's a quest over here we should get. Let's see if we can unlock that other one really quick. Probably not if it's highly dangerous. Yeah, I'm in a good spot. And I thought that with my other Discord too, and then I had a mental breakdown and a panic attack. So yeah, you just really can't control. I mean, you can. You need to try and control yourself online. But when you're like me, someone who's a very emotional being, human being, who feels very deeply, is it up then? Or is it down? And honestly, also part of the problem with just being in an online community, wherever you are, whether it's Twitch, whether it's Discord, Twitter, Blue Sky, or wherever it is, sometimes you can't tell what tone people are using over text, and because of that, it leads to misunderstandings and awkward situations.
What's the hurry? What's the hurry?
And oftentimes, to clear up misunderstandings, you just need to talk things out. And I don't mean over text or over letters or whatever, but like actual voice calls and, addressing what issues you have directly, and then trying to find a compromise with things there. Okay, so this is probably it, but I don't have and you gotta learn to be open-minded about that. Okay, so let's go down here then, I guess. Wait, yeah, we'll go down here. Because at this point, even though I fully admit I'm childish, I still want people to be happy, but I'm not gonna be going out of my way to try and cater to them and make sure they're happy and just ignoring myself. Like, I wanna make myself happy. It's not my job to make other people happy. And I'm okay with that. I'm in a really good place. I've had talks with my psychiatrist, and I had my own form of therapy where I've started changing it a little bit, but I still try and do it. Is every day I will post on my Blue Sky and now on my Twitter that I'm not tracking this one over here. Okay. I'll post either what my plan is for the day or what I'm excited for that day, and then during the evenings I would reflect on something, or say what I'm grateful for that day or what have you. And that was my own form of therapy that I did for myself. It kept me grounded to help me see, okay, this, if I'm excited for this, then I can't, you
are not enough. Where do you think you're going?
Another test subject.
trying to think about how I want to say this. I don't know what I was gonna say exactly. Where I was going with that. Let me see that.
A new punching bag.
Leave me alone. Oh, hi, Nat. Not much. I'm just talking about some online community stuff. How it changed me, how it shaped me, kind of deal. I might not address every chat that comes in, though, just as a heads up. Part I was talking about was what was I gonna say? Yeah, I was gonna say Fortnite sucks. Okay. Got everything up here. Yeah, let's go here then. Wait, let's add the closest one. Yeah, okay.
Freeze!
Man, this is like the biggest brain fart ever. Like, my brain just is not processing right now. If I look some of my notes.
What's the hurry?
Let me switch back to this. Okay. You know, I basically live my life online. It's not the healthiest. But I found people that I really trust and have fun with, and that I can be real with. And even some of them I have, you know, trusted them with, why is that part blacked out? Trusted them with, you know, my phone number and stuff like that. So there are people you can trust online, but you do have to be careful. And sometimes that trust can be misplaced when you, like I said earlier about the person who I thought I could trust, but then they leaked something, and then yeah, it was just very high school-y, cliquey behavior, and yeah, none of us should have been in that position to begin with. I think, yeah, you missed out on quite a bit. Hold on, I'm looking here. As I said, like, there were times with various games where I became toxic, and I was not proud of myself for that, especially when I was playing Seven Deadly Sins Grand Cross. When I gave up that game, I did become a little bit better of a person. Like, wasn't as toxic around the friends I was around with. Yeah, it was pretty strange. It was a good game for a while, but it just kind of power creep to no end and all sorts of things. But yeah, I think knowing where you are in a community, or knowing why is that disabled? Okay. Alright, I guess we'll try and go there. What was I gonna say? You gotta know when the place around you is being toxic to you and you being toxic to other people. Like, you gotta know, even if you don't see it yourself, hopefully you have those good friends that can call you out and say,
What's the hurry?
hey, your behavior is not acceptable. You know, and that's a good thing, to have friends that will call you out when needed. And a lot of friends I have now do that. They're not afraid of, they don't care what anyone thinks, and just vibes to their own vibes.
Cryo is always far
stuff.
more effective in the rain. This is going to get interesting.
I'm not gonna make it up this big tree. Okay. I don't think I have a ton much to say else on my experience overall anymore. I had my bad experiences, but I also had very, very good experiences that stick with me and that I share with my closest friends. So, while yes, you do need to be careful online, when you do make those precious friends, be sure to hold them close. But don't, become obsessive and clingy and stuff like that. Who said the water rises in this place? Okay. So now, kind of shifting gears but still being on the same topic, is I kind of want to talk about overall. I want to talk about overall online communities this isn't, like, what I'm about to talk about isn't really specific to my experiences. General social, yeah, exactly, Nat. What I'm about to talk about next is, like I said, not necessarily from my own experiences,
What's the hurry?
but I mean, there are some things, obviously, as a human, I can relate to, and such. And again, I'm not saying this stuff to become a drama tuber. I'm not saying that either. The reason why I wanted to bring up this more generalized online community stuff is because, like I said, I've been thinking about this stuff for a little while since I made my reflections video. And I've been seeing a lot of, I say like I said a lot. My gosh, I'm losing my ability to speak. I said earlier that part of the reason I was doing this video in total was because of the drama I saw through VTubers communities in the last few months, and you know, learning about other big community issues that happened in the online world. And like, obviously I'm not going to go into detail about everything about those incidences. You can look up stuff. Yeah, it really is, Nat. You can look at that stuff for,
How about we explore the area ahead of us later?
Okay, you're not gonna let me go that way, I see. You can look that stuff up for yourselves. It's all online. So it's easy to look up. But yeah, to start off with, I need a drink. I'm alright. Yeah, help my throat. Okay, excuse me there. So like, one thing I wanted to address is, you know how I mentioned I was part of the mob mentality for something with the Infinity War spoiler issue? One thing I see a lot of, especially with the VTubing, well, in online community, again, online communities in general, is, you know, a lot of people will share, you know, opinions about something, good or bad, doesn't matter, and then they take that opinion and they start to cross boundaries that they shouldn't cross, and you saw this especially with some of the VTuber drama. Like, their communities would, because they become so fiercely loyal to the creator that they're a fan of, they feel like they need to defend that person's honor, and they might get overzealous, and, you know, it just, and they, like, for example, when two VTubers are at odds with each other, then you have both their communities, you know, pointing fingers at one another. And, you know, it doesn't matter whether VTuber 1 or VTuber 2 is in the right or the wrong. It's just, you look at these two communities and we're all online, and, you know, that does provide some I can't pronounce this word, but anonymity. I think I said it right there. I'm not saying it again, but that's the word I'm looking for. Being online provides that. And so that gives us, yeah, I did. Woo. That gives people a sense of power that, you know, they can say and do whatever they want. And they think they're doing the right thing by defending someone's honor in one way or the other. Can I break this? Okay, no. But what they don't realize is there's other people on the other side of the screen. They're real people, and yeah, you shouldn't take online serious. You shouldn't let your feelings get clouded like that. But at the same time, when you're attacking another person, just because you believe VTuber 1 did the right thing and VTuber 2 did the wrong thing, and you're attacking someone from VTuber 2's camp, you don't know what that person's going through. You know, I'm not saying whatever VTuber 1 or VTuber 2 did justifies their behaviors or actions. But yeah, we've lost that part, 'cause I grew up with the internet changing. Like, the internet right now, how it is, it was not this side like this when I was growing up. It just was not. Even YouTube itself was not like this, how it is these days. And part of that, you know, it's, you know, times change. Technology certainly has changed. That does not help, obviously. But yeah, because we've become so ingrained with the internet culture, being on the internet and such, we've forgotten to how to have actual conversations with one another. I myself, as I said earlier, with my experiences, I'm guilty of that as well. I'm not saying I'm innocent by any means. Yeah, that's exactly what it is. Not. And you know, as someone who has some of their best friends online, who's grown close to people online, it really is unfortunate to see this like ugly side of online communities. To where there's just no real discussion. It's
catch the wind.
Hate. hate or love, or however how Nat put it in the chat. Oh gosh, don't hit me, leave me alone. It really does, it makes you think that, oh, you know, I don't want to be on the internet anymore, because, you know, there's just so many people that take things too far. Either positively or...
ahead of us later.
That's crazy, Paimon. So, I don't think I can... Oh, how did I end up back here again? I thought I was going up here. Jeez Louise. Okay, let's try this again. Okay. What else about online communities? I think this is partially with, you know, cancel culture has been very prevalent in the last 5 years, I would say. It's gotten especially bad, cancel culture. I'm not saying it's wrong to cancel someone if, you know, they deserve it. Depending on what they did, you know. Like, for example, even though he shouldn't be getting work, he is, which is unfortunate. I fully support, you know, the Kevin Spacey, cancel culture. Like, he shouldn't be allowed to work anymore, but he's gotten a couple jobs since all the allegations came out, which really sucks. So like, I support that type of canceling. Yeah, that's exactly what it is, Twink Starboy, and Nat. I agree with both of you on that.
What's the hurry?
It's just people. I used to say I can't take people who use woke or, you know, snowflakes unironically, as I can't take them seriously, because it's like they're using those insults to say cancel culture is, you know, people are being oversensitive about that stuff, and that's why people are getting canceled.
Looking for trouble?
Yeah. It's just, this is what online communities have come to in this day and age, and people think they're, yeah. Oh, that's a interesting looking should I just go for, I should probably just go for the statue so I can unlock the spaces. Yeah, that's what's rough too, Nana, especially with all this internet culture. Oh, can I not go? Wait, can I unlock this? Yeah, that's true. Twink Starboy. Hey, nice, I got this unlocked. Wasn't sure that I'd be able to. But yeah, the people whose reputation gets absolutely destroyed because of false allegations it's bad for them as well. Like I said, there's two extremes to this, and it's really unfortunate with online communities. Like there really is no middle ground. And it's, yeah. It's just unnecessary drama where there shouldn't be.
That's close enough.
Ooh, a blue point coming down here. Yeah. Ooh.
New punch.
Nope, I don't want to fight you guys. Bye. But then on the opposite side, you see all that negativity with online communities. But then some people don't acknowledge the really, really good things. And one prime example of a good thing is, well, it has its negatives too, but if you know the Iron Mouse situation and V Shoujo, what happened there, obviously what V Shoujo did was absolutely terrible. And all the other things they supposedly did behind the scenes as well. That other V Shoujo girls and VTubers have spoken out about. But the good that came out of it was a whole community, not just Iron Mouse's community, but like the whole VTubing sphere community. Yeah, it's been confirmed what V Shoujo did. But that was just a bad word supposedly was just a bad word choice. But the good that came out of it was the entire VTubing sphere, and then even people outside of the VTubing sphere was able to raise over $1 million for Iron Mouse's talent fight for the Immune Deficiency Foundation. It doesn't change the fact that V Shoujo still owed still owes the charity. But at least with that, you get a little bit of hope restored in humanity. That a whole community with all these VTubers comes together and say, hey, we're gonna do the right thing here. And, you know, they did. They really did. So I'm at least proud that that happened, even though, you know, it came from kind of a bad place, starting place, but it ended up being with something very, very heartwarming. And yes, light is only shown on bad parts. Yeah, I know you're fine, Twink Starboy. You are fine. Yeah. Hold on. Okay. I still have more to say, believe me, but I've been drinking a lot of water because I've been talking a lot. So I have to run to the bathroom again. So I will be back in a little bit. Sorry about that, everybody. Let me just get through this conversation and then I'll pause. I'm skipping your dialogue. I just wanted to see what your mission was. I didn't think it was going to be all that long. Okay, thank you. I didn't mean to start a quest, but okay. Okay, yeah, sorry. I'm gonna go to the bathroom. I'm gonna get another water, because I'll need another water, and then we can continue the talk, because I still have stuff to say.